the 10th and final installment of the Saw franchise, Saw X, was released in 2023 to mixed reviews. While some fans appreciated the film's return to the series' roots, others found it to be too dark and depressing, with a particularly gruesome ending. In the film's final scene, Cecilia Melissa Bolivar and her lover Stephen Brent have locked John Kramer, Tobin Bell, and Carlos Kinlumin in the room where Cecilia was previously trapped. The room is filling with gas and there is only one air hole. Cecilia tells John that he has a choice. Either he can drown Carlos or he can watch Carlos drown. John refuses to make a choice and both he and Carlos are left to die. The film ends with a close-up of John's face as he drowns. The ending of Saw X is gruesome for a number of reasons. First, it leaves two innocent people trapped in a deadly situation. Carlos is a young boy who did nothing to deserve to be punished, and John is a sick man who is dying of cancer. Second, the ending is ambiguous. It is unclear whether John or Carlos will survive. This leaves the viewer with a sense of unease and despair. Third, the ending is visually disturbing. The close-up of John's face as he drowns is particularly unsettling. Overall, the ending of Saw X is a fitting conclusion to the series. It is dark, depressing, and gruesome. It is also a reminder that the Saw franchise has always been about punishing people for their sins, regardless of their age or innocence. Post-mortem analysis. The ending of Saw X has been met with mixed reactions from fans and critics alike. Some have praised it for being a fitting conclusion to the series, while others have found it to be too dark and depressing. Those who defend the ending argue that it is a reminder of the central message of the Saw franchise, that people should be punished for their sins. They also argue that the ending is ambiguous, which leaves the viewer with a sense of unease and despair. This is something that is common in horror films, and it is something that fans of the Saw franchise have come to expect. Those who criticize the ending argue that it is too nihilistic and that it leaves the viewer with a sense of hopelessness. They also argue that the ending is too dark and depressing even for a Saw film. Ultimately, whether or not you enjoy the ending of Saw X is a matter of personal preference. If you are a fan of the Saw franchise and you are looking for a dark and disturbing conclusion, then you will likely enjoy the ending of Saw X. However, if you are looking for a more uplifting or hopeful ending, then you may be disappointed.